Hey, it's Zane. Welcome back. Hope you've had a great day. Busy day for me, but I want to get this video out before it gets too late here. And I want to just speak to this little bit of uncertainty and doubt that's kind of in people's minds right now in the Bitcoin space. People aren't quite sure whether Bitcoin's going to dip further to the downside or whether or not we're in for a raging bull market, which has been long predicted. And it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out. I don't personally pay attention too much to short-term price movements. I'm personally here for the long haul. I know exactly where this is going. You only need to look at a Bitcoin price chart since January 2009, which of course is when the first Genesis block was mined. And if you look at a Bitcoin price chart, you zoom out, what do you see? You see that Bitcoin has gone up and to the right since day dot. And it's going to continue to do that. Why? Because it's mathematically engineered to do that. And so any short-term pullbacks are simply an opportunity to buy more Satoshis, to stack more sats, as we say, to acquire more Bitcoin, whatever it is that you can afford to do. Any pullback is Bitcoin on sale. And so you have to start rewiring your mindset around this and stop trying to treat Bitcoin as a speculative asset or as a tech stock. Bitcoin is a revolution. Bitcoin is a way for you and I to park our financial energy in something that has no CEO, no issuer, no politician can change the rules on it. Completely decentralized. And it cannot be printed, it cannot be debased. Fixed, finite, 21 million hard cap, that's the most there will ever be. So that is a revolution, but also the ability for you and I to also be our own bank, to be the custodians of our own wealth without permission required, no counterparty, no middleman. And right now what we're seeing is that people are having to ask for permission from their banks to access their money. This is a problem. How long has it been since you've tried to go to the bank to withdraw, let's say, $3,000 or $4,000? Have you tried recently to send money from your bank account to a, let's say, a cryptocurrency exchange to buy Bitcoin? There's a really good chance if you've tried to do either of those things, you've stumbled across a roadblock or two. And so this is why, I do what I do, and I meet with people on Zoom and I coach them through this, and we have solutions that are frictionless, because most people out there have got no idea about what's going on, and they don't understand why these roadblocks are there, and they're designed to derail 80-90% of the population, and most people will just lay down and accept it, and they don't realize what's really going on behind the scenes right now. And so now is the time more than ever. You've got to be paying really close attention to what's happening and protecting your own backyard, doing all that you can to really assess your situation, look at your portfolio of assets, whatever it is that you own, including your superannuation, and just ask yourself, is everything in a position where you can sleep well at night and you feel comfortable with everything, where everything is at right now? You also need to look at the performance of those assets, and you need to assess those against the backdrop of Bitcoin, which of course has proven itself to be the best performing asset of all time. And there are many who believe that Bitcoin's current price trajectory and compound annual growth, it's not going to stop. It's just going to continue to accelerate because it's designed to do that. Bitcoin is repricing the entire financial legacy system, but you have to be paying attention to it in order to realize that. If you're paying attention to Bitcoin, what you'll find is that your house, or the house you live in, if you're renting, it's actually falling. The price of it is actually falling when you price it in hard money, not Ponzi dollars such as the Australian dollar, the US dollar, the euro. If you're pricing it in hard money, there's a reality check, and that is that your house price is falling. And so we have to understand where we are right now in all of this, and it's a place that we've never been before. Now more than ever, if you care about your retirement, you have to be taking stock. Now, every single week I meet with people who have listened to a few long-form podcasts, they've read a couple of books, and they know that Bitcoin is the revolution. It's the future. It's the way forward. And so they come to me and they say, Zane, I'm ready to take this Bitcoin thing seriously. Can you guide me? Can you show me the simple next best steps? Because I don't want to stuff this up, and I want to get on my journey as quickly as I possibly can. And so I've done hundreds of calls over the past 6 months with people from all walks of life who are in that boat. These are the thought leaders. These are the people who have a progressive mindset. These are the people who can see and can feel in their gut that things aren't right, and they're not prepared to go down with a sinking ship. So if you're in that boat and you want to get off the sinking ship and onto the Bitcoin life raft, and you just need some clarity around that, just do yourself a favor and book a session with me. You'll see a link in the show notes. We'll get together on Zoom. I'll share my screen with you. You'll tell me about where you're at, what you need, what your goals are, and I'll help you. I'll guide you with simple steps so that you know exactly what to do. So we just got to know that Bitcoin is the ultimate liquidity sponge. It is the thing that is going to absorb the most financial premium in the years ahead. I believe that, and as do many others who are in this space, and people who are also right at the coalface when it comes to understanding how capital rotations work around the world, how emerging monetary technologies, how they work, and adoption curves, and all of these kinds of things. And so it's not just me saying this. This is other really educated, prominent people who are in the financial industry who can see exactly where this is going. So don't just take my word for it. Do your own homework. Listen to multiple voices. Read some books. Listen to some podcasts. And then use your own intuition to know whether or not this is something you should be paying extra attention to. You've also got to ask yourself whether right now, we're in an environment where you should be putting all of your trust in the central financial legacy system. And everything suggests to me that that is a grave mistake. And, with central bank digital currencies being rolled out in Europe next year, we already know, we saw it on, Sky News and some of the financial publications, I think about a month or so ago. The Reserve Bank of Australia has been working on something similar in the background, and they referred to it as programmable money, because that's exactly what CBDCs are. It's programmable or surveillance money. And so if you don't start putting your foot onto the Bitcoin life raft by decentralizing a portion of your financial life, and you don't like the idea of having your entire financial life surveilled and programmed potentially as well, so they can tell you what you can and can't buy and how much you can spend each month on certain things, and if you exceed that limit, then they can switch your spending patterns down. That's exactly how programmable money works. And they tie it to your digital ID, your social credit score, your carbon credits, etc., etc., etc. So Bitcoin is here for a reason. You've got to be paying attention to it. It was invented on the back of a crisis moment as an opt-out for every single individual on Earth. And nothing stops this train. Nothing stops where this is going. Bitcoin cannot be stopped. Bitcoin is completely decentralized. It is a complete life force of its own. It's attracting the smartest minds on Earth. So if you're not here yet, or if you're not here in a meaningful way, I'd just encourage you to really step up your education and to get on the life raft sooner rather than later. Every dip is an opportunity for you to stack harder, for you to educate yourself more. If Bitcoin's in a holding pattern and you're a certain person who just likes paying attention to daily price movements and you can't help yourself to do that, maybe you love living with anxiety, I'm not sure, because I just can't fathom why, if you've got a 5 to 10 year time horizon, you'd be doing that. But if you are that way inclined, I just encourage you to go and read a book, listen to a podcast or an audio book. Do that instead. Book a session with me. I'll help you get your mindset right around this. So I'm going to leave it there today. Hope you got some value from today's session. It's going to get dark here. I've got to move on for the afternoon, do a couple of things. So I'll keep it pretty short today. But just stop sitting on the sidelines. It's time to really step things up. And if I can help you in any way, just book a session with me and I'll meet you on Zoom and we'll go through it and I'll put you on the right path. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe. This is Zane signing out. Have a great afternoon, great evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.